Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Another episode of the Over Under Podcast, our Sunday Fantasy Focus Edition.
Yes, sir.
Before we start, like, comment, share on this video. Do it really quick. And then when the video is over, once you're done watching the whole thing, go follow us on Instagram at the over.underpod, our Facebook page over/underpodcast, and our Twitter at the over_underpod. I'm at the last 5 in a row. That way you can see our mortal locks, which have been absolutely heat as of late.
Spicy.
And also our studio side bet punishment, which is obviously Steelers-Browns game today, baby. But while we get into it, grab a cup of coffee, get your notepad out, get a nice little pen, pencil out, whatever you use. I'm a pen guy. Get a pen out because we're about to drop some knowledge on you. But today we got myself, Aaron Steyer, Jon Sherman, and the Wiz, Greg Kinn on the ones and twos, baby. Also, you can message us on any of our social medias I just said to get in our daily fantasy pool. Get in there, see if you can take us down. You guys have been killing us this year.
Nah, it's just two people. It's just the old farts.
It's really just Nate and Shane have been slaughtering us.
Yeah.
Every week. Every freaking week.
Nate should be playing in like some. I feel like he should be
big
playing
money
some
ones,
like
bro.
elite.
He's averaging like 140 points a week.
There's some
bro.
money to be won there for him, I think. Yeah.
Like if he
I
gets
don't know where he's if he's just going off the gut, like where he's picking players, or if he's doing research on this shit.
Did you see two of his running backs last week?
Did not.
It was Williams and Swift.
Yeah,
Took two Lions running backs, and they both went
They
off.
both had two touchdowns.
Insane.
Dude, yeah.
Like I look at it, I'm like, how do you pick both those guys?
And know
like,
that's impressive, man. It's impressive. That's why it gets me. He should be playing for some money, man.
It's insane.
which we only have 5 so far, so we need at least 3 more.
I haven't got in it yet,
Oh,
so I need to get
bomb.
in that. Well, I've been fucking busy this weekend. But also today, we are going to be live in the flesh at Buffalo Wild Wings here in Tiffin, Ohio.
You're not going to want to miss this, man.
Nope,
we got
we'll
the Steelers-Browns banger going on, and
Yep.
it's just going to be me and Joey bashing each other's heads in for 4 straight hours, and
got
you're going to want to see this.
Loaded games today, especially in the AFC North. You got Steelers, Browns, you got the Ratbirds and the Bengals, and it's just going to be a great. I'm sure those are probably going to be the only
Jets, Dolphins.
Well,
Jets, Dolphins.
It's all divisional matchups today, so it's all like
it's going to be
Bills,
great games.
Pats. I mean, I know the Bills might have let off the gas a little bit with the 1 seed being out of reach at this point, but
still fire match.
for the Steelers' hopes and for
They're-
Damar Hamlin,
I
you
wanna
got to
say
come
that-
out. You got to come out and ball out for your boy.
Did you guys see the games last night? What they did for Damar? That
it
was
was
so
so
cool.
cool. The Jags game specifically, all the ESPN announcers, they flipped the E upside down on their mics. I thought that out of everything might have been the coolest
That
thing.
was sick. All the coaches wearing the 3 shirts.
Yeah,
that was sweet.
Yeah, I saw somebody, like a meme or something that said, whoever came up with the idea for ESPN to flip their flags upside down to be 3s needs a raise immediately.
I swear, that was a sweet idea, man. That was
That's
awesome.
some shit ESPN does not do.
No, somebody from the innards had that idea.
For sure.
Did not tell the higher.
That was a Joe Buck idea or something.
Yeah, they did not tell the higher ups for that. But before we get into that, also go download Action Bet. Great app to use to track your bets as well, and you can follow all of us on there to see our picks throughout the day, whether it's our straight picks, parlays, anything. You can see it all on there. Me, Steyer, and Dalton. Ours are just our first name _ last name, and Jon Sherman is J Sherman 51725 _. So go follow us on there. That way you can track our picks, see how we're doing. Maybe ride us, maybe fade us. Probably gonna ride us, but on Action Bet you can see it all. But before we get into some NFL talk, Monday we have a very big game.
We have a very, very big game Monday. And
We have the national championship Monday.
I'm still not over the fact that we're not in it as Ohio State fans, but you got to move on and hope for next year good things happen. I watched the All-American game of the high school
That
game
was
yesterday.
sick.
Saw that South Dakota kid sling a couple tutties.
Yep.
Even though his team got slaughtered like 56 to
Yeah,
13.
the East was good.
But there's Buckeyes
that.
on each side, so there was hope on each side. And the guys that were going to Ohio State all looked nasty, bro. Like nasty.
I'm about to say, I was watching that.
Louisville too.
Yeah. What,
Dude,
bro.
what's the Purdue that just went there? There's Coach Braum,
Yeah,
I think.
he's a
Dude, he is
a grad.
slaughtering the recruiting class right now. This 6'5" tight end, 5-star.
Crazy.
He has Bama, Georgia, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Michigan, and Louisville on the table. The fact that he picked the hat with the L on it blew my mind, bro. Like
Louisville. Also, another one I saw was Illinois too. Out of nowhere, I was like, "What the fuck is Brett Bielema doing over there?
He could recruit at Arkansas. He could recruit at Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Like, the dude can recruit.
It is fun. He's turning Illinois around.
Yeah, and with the success they had this year, like if you think about
Yes.
it, they didn't really have any bad losses.
No, I mean, they should have beat Michigan.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one that probably sticks out. They should have beat Michigan. But Monday night, obviously, we have the Georgia Bulldogs and the TCU Horned Frogs. We're all horns up, baby.
It's horns up, especially for the cover. I have it locked in at 14 when it started there at the beginning of the week. It has dropped now to 12.5, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The money line's dropping a little bit as well. It started off at like 450. I think it's sitting at like a 325
it's dropped
range,
quite a
something like
bit.
that. But
Mattress Mac probably didn't help dumping a boatload of
no,
money.
that's literally swayed the money line like 100.
That probably did not help.
It's definitely horns up here. Georgia looked vulnerable. Georgia definitely looked vulnerable.
I love Max Duggan, too.
TCU they just keep claiming that Team of Destiny title, and they
Dude.
keep running with it.
They're
and
feisty. Like
Max Duggan's that guy, and I love their coach, Sonny Dykes.
Dude,
man, he is
yes.
such a cool coach.
Did you see the little GIF he put out over the
Yes,
weekend of like the
yes.
fucking blinking frog and
Yeah,
shit like
it
that,
was
bro?
so
He's
cool.
awesome. He is fucking awesome. I love Sonny Dykes. I love Max Duggan. I love TCU in this game, especially.
I
the
really
cover.
hope that running back that got banged up in the Michigan game, who was balling in the Michigan game,
he's questionable.
he's 50-50.
Yeah.
He's 50-50, they said. So that's sketchy. I hope
But-
he plays, but Max Duggan's healthy, so that's
But
what
their
really
backup
matters.
running back, he's from LA.
Oh, yeah.
Like his whole family lives in LA.
No
like
shit.
That, yeah, he's going home for this game.
I hate the fact the game's in LA. They're not letting him
Weird.
tailgate.
It's not a college football vibe at all.
Yeah, they're not letting him tailgate before the game.
Nah, next year, when it's at Lucas Oil,
Oh, that shit's gonna be insane, bro.
be
But
hard.
like, how do you not let Georgia fans tailgate? Gurren,
Right.
I don't want Georgia to win, but how do you not let them tailgate before?
How
the
do you
game?
let any college
Team not.
It's
tailgate.
college. Yeah.
like literally for the national championship, the biggest stage of them all? Like they're gonna find an area a block away to get rowdy. But
Oh yeah.
They have to. I don't know where SoFi is.
SoFi is just not Super Bowl. Okay, whatever. It's kind of cool. It's like the big market, but it is not a college football vibe whatsoever.
Like in all honesty, like I think if you kept the national title game in Indy every year, it's a nice central point.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's never been a complaint of
Yeah,
playing
there's
a
too
college
much
game
money
in
at
that
stake.
place.
They have to
and,
divvy that up every year.
like
but
in all honesty, even Dallas would be a great place
Dallas
to have
would
the
be
game.
sick.
So that stadium is just phenomenal. You could argue Vegas.
if
as
you're
well.
gonna play it in California, you're an idiot if you're not playing it in Pasadena. SoFi should be out of question. If it's the college
Yeah.
football biggest
Yeah.
game, it should be played in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, but the money behind SoFi is just too
Texas USC was played in the Rose Bowl. Like, there's
Yeah.
so many legendary national championships that have them played there. It's like, why
Yeah,
switch it up? If you're
but-
gonna go to Cali, go there.
But it's a brand new stadium. Like the place is
Yeah.
absolutely gorgeous.
Keep it
It's-
for the NFL. That's how
Yeah.
I feel. You're
It's-
not gonna sell me on it, John.
John, who are you on for the national championship game?
Georgia. It's like
You had to know. He's got that red ass.
no, it's if you're going money line, it's Georgia. I like TCU to cover the 12.5, just because they are feisty. They find a way to stay in games, and they played in a ton of close
My
games this year.
my thing is, if you're gonna take Georgia, you almost have to take the spread because the money line's ridiculous odds.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it'll
yeah.
be sitting at like minus 300 or some
Yeah.
shit like that. So at the spread, you'll get it at minus 110, a lot more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
If Georgia's the route you want to go with, but that's a lot of
A lot of
points.
points. A lot of points for a
Yeah.
vulnerable defense. I love the over in this game.
Oh yeah, the
Love
college
it.
football
I
playoff
I
showed
halfway
us.
like the under,
Nowhere near
just
the
because
under,
I think the
personally.
defense will show up in this game.
TCU is an
I
over
think
team.
I think Ohio State exploited Georgia's secondary.
Yeah.
TCU has a passing game,
Yeah.
and Georgia's going to get some points up.
Yeah.
They're going to bully him down the field a little
I
bit.
think TCU's receiver, number 1,
Yeah.
what's his name?
Johnston.
He's, I think, the closest guy in
Marv.
the country to Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison is eating them alive.
Yeah.
So I think TCU's going to be able to throw the ball, move the ball. The running game is obviously, everybody knows the running game is non-existent versus Georgia. It is what it is. You just have to run enough to keep them honest, keep enough in the box to throw the ball. But I was listening, I think it was Kirk Herbstreit, pardon my take, about how different TCU's offense is than Ohio State's. But it's like similar but different.
Yeah.
Because they do a lot of like the jet motions, the jet sweeps,
Yeah.
and they stretch you out horizontally a lot. Whereas Ohio State stretches you vertically, but TCU's passing game stretches you vertically as well. They just can stretch you both ways, which is an interesting little take I heard. So, any other comments on the national? Greg, who you got?
I'm going with Georgia, man. I just feel like they got this one. I feel like they're locked in. Like I said last week on the show, or this past show we did, I feel like Georgia got scared by Ohio State, and they're not going to let that happen again.
I like that take. I do.
Yeah. I think Ohio State kind of rung them a little too hard, and it could get scary for TCU.
We'll see.
That's definitely a possibility.
It's definitely in the air, yeah, for
I
sure.
think
But
it's
they could have washed us too.
Yeah, no doubt about that. But let's move it over to some pro football talk. Let's get off with our Week 18 injury report.
Yeah, I got a few
Steyer, what
here.
you got for us?
So for the Bears, Justin Field is out, and they will be starting Nathan Peterman. That's
Booty.
a scary, scary thing. For the Houston Texans, Philip Dorsett is ruled out. O.J. Howard is questionable. For the Colts, Nick Foles is ruled out. I believe they're starting Sam Ellinger. Stephen Gilmore, cornerback, is questionable. For the Jets, they're missing a few linemen. No one and questionable is Mike White. I don't think that's questionable anymore. I believe Joe Flacco is.
Joe Flacco starting. Mike White's they shut him down,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
he is out.
So there you go. The Steelers' playoff hopes ride on Joe Flacco today. So let's ride, baby.
Hey, it's better than Skylar Thompson.
Let's ride. That's facts. On the other side of the ball, and we'll get into the game breakdowns. But on the other side of the ball, you have Skylar Thompson,
Like
which isn't
that is a game I love
the under.
on.
Yeah. For the Dolphins, Tua is ruled out, so Teddy Bridgewater is also questionable. So like we just stated, Skylar Thompson will be getting the start there.
Yep.
For the Panthers, Dante Foreman is questionable. I believe he's probably going to go, but we will see.
It's probably limited. They're not going to push him too hard.
For the Saints, Taysom Hill's questionable as well as Jawan Johnson. So tight ends are a little iffy in the Saints room right now. Brown situation, Jadeveon Clowney obviously walked out of the room the other day, so he's out.
Blame him. Don't
So
blame
he's
him.
out. 95. What number's Myles Garrett again?
95.
Oh, that's right. That was a total shot at him. I just wanted to
that's
point
the
that
only-
out.
That's the only thing it really
95% chance he won't be a Brown next year. Yeah, he would have said 100
Wait,
if it
Miles
was.
Garrett or Jadeveon Clowney?
Jadeveon said that.
Yeah.
Jadeveon said there's a 95% chance I won't be a Brown
Yeah,
next
bro,
year.
come on.
And he didn't
Oh,
say
yeah.
100% to throw that shot at Miles because it followed the comments of you're just trying to force feed him to be a Hall of Famer, giving him the mismatches. I want the
Well, the thing is,
mismatches.
dude, let's. The thing about it is
Davion
Miles,
Clowney's big off one play of his career, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's what
And
the
it-
that's
and
what the thing of it.
and
He's
turns out-
overrated.
But
But, like-
that play was illegal because he led with his head.
and the thing is, like, Miles is getting double teamed every
Every
play.
time.
Mm-hmm.
So like he's getting one-on-one match. Jadeveon's getting one-on-one matchups every
day.
single snap, bro.
Yeah, but it's against the better guy.
No, it's not. It's against the right tackle
No,
who is not as good as the left tackle.
Ask Jadeveon, he'll tell you
like don't get me wrong.
that Miles gets the weaker guys.
I can't fucking stand him. Like it's not that I can't stand him. I get where he's coming from because I wouldn't want to play for fucking Joe Woods either.
No.
right. But don't take shots at Miles. Like, just because you're jelly,
I don't know
bro.
if he was taking like
He 100% took shots at
yes,
Miles.
95 is not a coincidence.
He literally
I
said
know.
you're trying to force feed a Hall of Famer.
but he is a Hall of Famer.
I'm just saying, you're trying to say you don't
he's
know if it was
jelly.
shots at Miles.
That's
it was
jealousy.
110% shots at Miles.
Jealousy, bro. That's what that comes off
He's
as.
just a jealous bitch. It's
But
all
let's
right.
keep moving on with these injuries. We got Denzel Ward also questionable for the Browns. For the Steelers, Minka Fitzpatrick
playing
is
today.
questionable. He is playing. You best bet your ass he's playing.
Come
for
on,
the
Joey.
Ravens, Lamar Jackson is out. Tyler Huntley is questionable. Who is their third string if it comes down to that?
I have no idea.
Couldn't tell you. Any idea?
Last time he played, I think, was against the Steelers, and
No.
Oh, I do. It was that rookie. It was
Yeah.
that rookie.
he didn't screw
Can't
stuff
even
up.
remember where he came out of. It was an undrafted rookie. Oregon, maybe. Oregon State, something like that. He
think it was
wasn't good.
Oregon State.
He was not good.
Well, Huntley wasn't good, so they're not
Yeah.
doing much.
So you can only assume his backup's not going to be. Bengals aren't missing anyone, but I expect them to let off the gas a little bit today with the Chiefs winning and locking up the 1 seed yesterday. Man, I've heard. So my father-in-law is a diehard Bengals fan, season ticket holder, and he was staying. We had our late family Christmas over the weekend, and I have never heard Bengals fans cry so much. Literally, all I've heard is how bad they got screwed over in this coin toss.
Jesus.
They did. They
The
did.
coin toss, yes. That's
But
fucked
dude,
up.
they are all like it's a headline on ESPN on Zach Taylor and players are like they are so mad about the situation. You weren't getting the 1 seed anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I want to get through their head. Like
No, I think-
they weren't going to get the 1 seed after beating Buffalo last week. Kansas City, he was going to get it.
I think the gripe is that if they tie with Baltimore, if they lose today and that there's a tie with Baltimore, it comes down
To a coin toss, and they could have a away playoff game in Baltimore. Are you really scared of that? Are you really?
Well, Lamar's going to be back, so you're a little nervous. But
okay, that's fair. I didn't think about Lamar being back. I didn't think about Lamar being back.
I get it. Like, these guys have, the last 2 months, there hasn't been a hotter team in the NFL.
They got screwed. Yeah. There's no ifs, ands, buts. They got screwed, but I'm just saying for the last 48 hours, it has been all I have heard.
And I think if they would have won, if they would have beat Buffalo, there's a chance they could have got the 1 seed because they hold the tiebreaker over
City
the
would have had to lose.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they didn't.
That's what I'm saying.
Looking at it now,
the Chiefs were never going to lose to the Raiders.
But beforehand, they at least still had a shot. Granted, it was out of their control, but they still had a shot, which I understand, but still. Get the fuck over it.
That's where I'm at with it. If you had to hear it as much as I did this weekend, you'd feel the same way. For the Giants, they're not missing any key factors, but man, when we get into that game, you guys are gonna shit bricks when you hear what that spread is.
It's crazy.
The Cowboys aren't missing really anybody at all. The Commanders are missing Brian Robinson today. So Brian Robinson is out. That means Antonio Gibson should be a step up there.
Antonio Gibson's out.
He was out last week. He was questionable last week, I believe.
He's out this week again.
They ruled him out
Who
then?
the fuck is playing running back?
I
know Sam Howell's playing QB.
It's a kid from Buffalo, Jared Patterson.
Okay.
And they got a guy that they signed off their practice squad as well.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Skimming through here and looking for any more important injuries. They're really, injury-wise, it's a pretty dry week. It's mainly you got to watch for the guys getting benched.
Yeah.
For teams that are locked into where they're going.
Quarter or half and sitting them.
But yeah.
Shit like that.
You want to get into our best-worst matchups?
Let's get into it. Let's get off with quarterback, Steyer. Kick it off.
So my best quarterback today is Joe Flacco, baby.
Oh, my God.
It's the legend. He's going to send Pittsburgh to the playoffs. That's why I'm doing it. It's no secret, but I mean that you add to the point to Miami's pass defense has been putrid. They've lost 5 games in a row, and it's been because of their secondary.
Which is insane.
They can't stop it. So that's a homer pick, but it's not that unrealistic for Joe Flacco to go out and have one of those decent kind of Joe Flacco games.
I think he's just going to chuck because the running situation isn't great right now.
He's going to say, F it, Garrett Wilson down there.
There's no really running game in New York anymore without Breece Hall.
Yeah.
And Xavier Knight had the one really good week and looks like shit since.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. My quarterback to start, no secret as well. It's number 12 in Green Bay going up against this awful Detroit defense. And it's just a terrible situation for Detroit. You get Aaron Rodgers in a play-in game. In Lambeau, Sunday Night Football, there's probably no other team I'd want to play in that situation. I don't care what the record has been during the season. It's goddamn Aaron Rodgers still. I would not fuck that. Aaron Rodgers is going to absolutely light this Detroit defense up, especially with Christian Watson looking better. Romeo Doubs looking good. Mm-hmm. Randall Cobb, his go-to is there. Aaron Jones out of the backfield. It's a bad day to be a Detroit defensive player today. John, who's your quarterback today?
I got Kirk Cousins. They do still have a little bit to play for, just to try and avoid, potentially avoid, playing whoever gets a 6 or 7 seed if they can win. Obviously, San Fran is a tiebreaker, I think, over them.
Yes.
But
correct.
1 p.m. Kirk returns. He was not great last week by any means.
Fucking awful.
But it's an absolute scrumptious matchup for him. Chicago's defense is not good. The secondary has actually been freaking atrocious since Eddie Jackson went out.
They don't even tackle. They don't even attempt to tackle.
No, they try and go high, and you can't do that against grown-ass men.
No.
Another side note is keep an eye on contract incentives this week for players' ball, and close records. So in this game specifically, Justin Jefferson is 196 shy of Calvin Johnson's single-season receiving yard record. Mm-hmm. It's not that ridiculous for him to have 200 yards today.
No, especially not against a bad defense.
Yeah,
like
and
this.
he's gonna get fed like.
That's a prop. I might sprinkle something on Justin Jefferson over 200.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Wonder what that payout is.
It's probably pretty juicy, bro.
Who's your running back, John?
I got Cam Akers. So if you look at the last 2 or 3 weeks, they're giving him the ball. He has been arguably the best fantasy running back these last few weeks.
It's fucking good, man.
And it's crazy because he told Sean McVay earlier in the season what he thought of the offense, and he got freaking benched. Wasn't even getting touches
requested a trade.
Yep.
Didn't play for like 8 or 9 weeks, right?
Yeah.
I thought he didn't play for really like a good chunk of like the beginning and middle of the season.
Yeah.
He really didn't play.
Yeah. And it's like you look at what suddenly McVay is like, we have nobody else. We're going to, I guess we got to give him the ball. And he has been absolutely tearing up defenses. And he gets the team that gives up the second most points against running backs.
Yep.
In a game that Seattle's going to be playing hard, but you better believe Mayfield's going to be playing hard. Like these guys are going to be playing hard.
They're all playing for contract.
Yep. Yes.
Cam Akers playing for a contract. Baker playing for a contract. I mean, it's.
And if you look at it, if Akers balls out today, like his trade value goes up if they decide to trade him in the offseason.
No doubt.
But he is like when you look at the fantasy playoffs, like he's been money.
Yep.
And
Yeah, he has.
for people that still have championship games today, like roll with him if you got him.
No doubt. No doubt. My running back to start is young CMC out of the 49ers going against this awful Arizona defense.
Most chalk pick you could have ever picked.
Well, it is what it is. It's tough picking out. Like some guys aren't playing. So it is what it is.
And he might turn out to be one of them, bro.
To put it in perspective.
Well, no, they have to win this week to get the number 1 seed.
Yeah, but it would not be a surprise for them to be up 28-0 at
get
halftime.
old, yeah. Like
I could
if
see
he could have
a half a game.
He could
on
have
it.
3 touchdowns at that point.
oh yeah, but to put it in perspective for daily fantasy, usually there's somebody that gets close to $10,000 a week. Yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
Like, and then after that, I think the next guy is at like 91.
Yeah, he's crazy. He absolutely lit the Panthers up, or lit the 49ers up when he was on the Panthers. Lit him up again when his first game. He had like almost 100 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns when he played him with when he was on the 49ers. So he has absolutely fucking dominated the Cardinals, and I expect it again today.
Is this his third game against the Cardinals?
Yes.
Jesus.
He played him week 2 or 3.
Okay.
And he had like 120 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. And then it was like the exact opposite when he played him with San Francisco, where he only had like 30 or 40 yards rushing and then like 89, 99 yards receiving and a couple touchdowns.
Here to redeem it today.
Yep. Who's your running back style?
My running back is
Old
Big
Trent
Naj.
Richardson.
Now you can kill that talk now after last week's bulldoze of a game.
Yeah.
It's
He
Najee
finally had his
Harris.
first 100-yard game.
And no. Listen, he averaged 140 against the Browns last year, all right? And he didn't do much in week 3, but it was clear he was still battling that Liz Frank foot injury. He wasn't 100%. We had that bye week in week 12. He came out of that, and he's been a menace since. He's had at least 80 yards every game since, and he's been the factor in this win streak that we're on. I think it continues today, and he's going to bully that suspect rush defense of the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I mean, the Browns have had 4 linebackers all with season-ending injuries.
Yeah, so you're agreeing. You're agreeing big day from Naj.
I could see it.
Big day from Naj, baby.
And honestly, their best run stopper on that line is out today in Clowney.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, now Miles has been a lot better against the run, but still, he can only do so much. So
Yeah. Like they're going to have 2 guys on him, plus maybe even shipping a running back.
yeah, that's a bad situation for the Browns defense today. Who's your wide receiver, Steyer?
I got Christian Watson of the Green Bay Packers playing against the Lions, and it's kind of stemming off your pick of Aaron Rodgers. I mean, this past defense for Detroit has been terrible. Just god awful, terrible. Like Christian Watson should be healthy, should be feeling good, ready to. They got to win to get in for the playoffs. This game means everything to them. He was questionable to play even last week. He almost still played.
injury.
So I think that extra week just got him up to 100%, and that hopefully
he was on a
because
snap
his
count last
speed
week.
is everything. Now he didn't even dress last week.
No.
He didn't dress.
No, he didn't dress. No, he didn't. That was my fantasy championship. Trust me, I know he was my flex. He was my flex. I had to make that last minute decision because I wanted him to play. But I think today he balls out being back to 100%.
My receiver today is CeeDee Lamb. We saw what Amari Cooper did to this Washington defense last week. I expect CeeDee Lamb to get more targets, more catches, more yards. I don't think he's going to get more than 2 touchdowns, but I could see a 2-touchdown game out of CeeDee Lamb. And I think Dallas has a chance at the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
Which is wild to think about. They're
Super
sitting at a
wild.
wild card spot right now.
They're sitting at
But could win the division and go number 1
It's
seed.
fucking. It's a mess. The NFC East is a fucking mess.
Beast. We started the season saying NFC least.
It is a fucking.
They turned it
that's
to the NFC
best division
beast.
of football. But yeah, I like CeeDee Lamb today. I like him as a multi-touchdown scorer in this game. So peep the odds on that because they are juicy, juicy, juicy. John, who's your receiver?
I got A.J. Brown. Like, it's no brainer. If you have Brown, you're starting him. But with Jalen Hurts returning today to essentially solidify his MVP.
He fucking ate the Giants defense the last time they played.
And you look at it, like, Hurts has taken that next step this year. It's been because of A.J. Brown. And, like, it's a great matchup, even though it's tougher, because I think the Giants are missing a couple guys.
Yeah.
In the secondary.
I think they're sitting a couple guys in their secondary because they already clinched the playoff spot. They can't get higher than a wild card. So I think they're just sitting a couple guys and taking it how the chips fall.
Yeah, and with home field advantage on the line, I expect him to fully ball out.
Yep. That's another team that can clinch a 1 seed today. Who's your tight end, John? Ooh.
I haven't even read it, but I can tell by the fucking reaction what he's about to do. And it's the same shit he did when he took the Ravens last week, and then he regretted the pick 10 minutes after.
As soon as we were out of here, I changed it.
Then Steelers made him look like an idiot if you only listened to the show and you didn't know that he changed his pick. And now here we go again. We're going to leave the show in 10 minutes, and you'll be like, this was a regret pick.
I got Javen Njoku. If you look at the Steelers' history, they suck against athletic tight ends.
Yeah.
They have been absolutely toasted over the years, and arguably Njoku is the most athletic tight end in the league.
Yeah, he's a fucking freak.
And maybe Watson decides that's going to be the only guy he throws to this week.
Yeah, Kevin Stefanski just forgets about Njoku sometimes.
Well, it's not that. It's just every single week, it's just somebody gets like seemingly like 60% of the targets, and then nobody else even gets looked at. And last week it was Cooper. This week it's going to be somebody different. So why not Njoku?
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous with the Browns. I'm not even going to touch on it. My tight end to start is old Georgie Kittle going back to San Francisco. He had a slow start to the beginning and middle of the year.
He was hurt beginning of the season.
Yep. And then I think it's really once Brock Purdy came in, Brock Purdy's like, oh, he's really fucking good.
Yeah.
And especially really good with a ball in his hands after the catch.
Oh, God. It's stupid. Like,
it doesn't make sense.
He is right there, I believe, with Kelsey and then what Gronk used to be. Like,
Yeah.
you get the ball in their hands and he gets any kind of space.
He can score.
Oh, yeah. I think he had like 4 or 5 once a 40 time.
Yeah. So he's fucking good. BCB, his huge fucking dick is going to get that to fucking George Kittle. George Kittle, possibly. I like him anytime touchdown scorer. Also like him as first touchdown scorer in this game.
Oh.
Steyer, who's your tight end?
I got Tyler Conklin out of the New York Jets, I think, against the Dolphins. The Dolphins, they let up a lot of points to the tight end. I think with Joe Flacco in at quarterback, he definitely knows how to utilize the tight end. I see him falling in the end zone once today, and I see like a cool 68 yards. 68 yards in a tutty's cool with me.
Okay.
That's a daily fantasy game, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's switch it over to our worst matchups today. And let's kick it off with the homer pick from Steyer. What you got?
Same game as my best matchup, baby. It's Skylar Thompson of the Miami Dolphins. He has been looking like shit every time he's been in. He hasn't showed any spurts of looking good. He hasn't went on any good sprees of 10 straight completed passes or anything of the sort. You're throwing to the 2 fastest guys in the NFL. How do you fuck that up? I'm not sure. He's doing it. On the other end, you got the sauce. You got the sauce, and he's picking them off. I called a pick last week. I don't think he got one. This week, he's making up for it with 2 of them. Two of them. Sauce Gardner, 2 picks today. Let's go.
Jesus Christ. My quarterback might be a shock, and this is a question if he will play because the team really can't secure a 1 seed. They can only really change if it's 2 or 3, and I don't think that matters as much in the AFC to them, but it's Josh Allen for the Bills. This could be one where he's 1 or 2 drives, quarter to and out just to save him. So Josh Allen kind of hesitant to play. Wouldn't be my daily fantasy quarterback. But Josh Allen, just based on if he's going to play or not, or if he plays the whole game or not, is up in the air. I am not a fan of playing Josh Allen today.
I will say, like for the Steelers,
if he does play, he's going to fuck them up.
For sure. But even if he does sit, I don't mind Case Keenum still beating the Patriots. Case Keenum can still beat the Patriots.
Super low scoring if Case Keenum plays.
For sure.
John, your quarterback?
I got Justin Herbert.
Whoa.
It's a little bit of a shocker. They're going to be playing just because I think like seeding wise, they can still move up and down. But he had arguably his worst game of the season last time he played him. And that was at home. Now you're going to Denver in that altitude. And I think he was missing Allen and Williams still in that game. But so it should be better this time. But
Denver's fucking defense is just crazy.
But at the end of the day, like I think with them clinching a spot, they're content. Like he could get pulled if it gets out of hand early, one way or the other.
Yep. I don't blame you. Do not blame you. And we have a collective pick at running back.
Clean slate here for the worst matchup at running back today.
And it's kind of on the same pace of if he's going to play because they could keep this guy healthy.
This is going to be a light work day for this guy. John,
Yep.
you typed him in first. We'll let you say it.
Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon,
So
man.
it's a tough matchup anyways. Baltimore always stops the run.
Correct.
Yep.
And last time they played, he had under 90 total yards, no touchdowns. But he gets pulled early because they clinch a spot. They don't really care if it's a 2 or 3.
And they have a very suitable backup in Samaje Perine, and I think it is a big day from him. He's the type of running back that can take the beating that the Baltimore linebackers are going to put out.
Yeah. No doubt about
But
that.
he's 240 pounds, man. He's going to be that 5-6 yard guy for them today while Joe Shiesty does his thing. So
I love it. I love it. John, who's your wide receiver?
I got Tyreek Hill.
Whoa.
Yeah, I got big names for this. So Hill's gonna have sauce all over him today. Like I don't think there's any doubt about that, and
Sauce,
that definitely
drip
doesn't help.
sauce.
Plus, with Skylar Thompson starting, like it's just not a good matchup for him.
Yep. No
I
doubt
agree.
about that. My wide receiver to stay away from, going back to this game in Lambeau, Amon-Ra St. Brown going up against Jair Alexander, who is
Dog.
arguably the best corner. It's
Dog.
making his case for the best corner in football
Dude,
right now.
he's got big Richard Sherman vibes right now. The way he's just
Bro, but
mocking
he is backing it up, though.
waddling off the field after the Miami game,
Yeah.
getting 2 picks. Bro, that is so tough. That is
And
so
he is
tough.
backing
What
it
was
up.
his post game last week?
He
did-
told Skip and Shannon to keep their name out of the mouth. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm not a good corner. I'm a great corner.
Yes,
but bro, he
bro.
shut down the best receiver in football.
Is that not Richard Sherman vibes?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I love it. I
But
love
the
it,
thing,
love it,
like,
love it.
the thing I respect about Jair is that he followed Justin Jefferson that entire
Did not
game.
let up. Yes.
Like from shut
Shut
the first
his
snap
ass
to the
down.
last snap, and shut Justin Jefferson down for really the first time this year.
Justin Jefferson was speechless that day.
Week 3, I think, is when he had like 14 yards. So like,
Yeah.
easily his 2 worst games of the year.
But I
came
think
against-
that was the Kirk Cousins shitty game, the first Kirk Cousins shitty game.
Yeah.
So Kirk obviously plays a part in that, but Jair just shut Jay Jettas down last week. Expect him to continue his reign of dominance, to continue to have these top receivers, which surprisingly, Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of them. I think he's top 5 in the league in targets, catches, and yards. And I
Having
think
a hell
he's
of a
top. I
year.
think he's top 7 in touchdowns or something like that. So I do not like Amon-Ra St. Brown today, especially with that matchup with Jair Alexander.
Yeah.
Who's your wide receiver today, Stock?
My bad matchup receiver is Van Jefferson of the LA Rams. He is pretty much he's their number one. There's
Yeah,
no
he's their
secret
only
about it. And
receiver.
he's not a number 1 quality receiver. He's just not. I think he's going to have Tariq Woolen on him all game long because
Dog.
they don't have another weapon to throw to. So Van Jefferson's going to be the guy, and kind of like Jair last week with Jefferson, not the same talent and matchup at all, but it's going to be a similar strategy, and he's going to follow Van Jefferson and shut his ass down, and Baker's going to have to find, I think, Tyler Higbee quite a bit today.
Ooh,
He
tight
did
end.
last week.
Yep.
You got a tight end, Sty?
My worst tight end. I'm gonna go with David Njoku, baby.
Going against
I'm
John.
going against John. I'm going against John. So he did ball out against Pittsburgh the last time we played. I think he had like 98 yards, something like that, and a
like
tutty.
10 catches.
He did ball. But I think they learned from that, man. I think Brian Flores gets his linebackers ready to cover that athletic tight end today.
Miles Jack is questionable.
Yeah, but that rookie, Mark
Oh,
Robinson,
He looked good last week.
yeah, looked real good last week.
Plus, Spillane can cover too. He's not great in coverage, but he's
No,
good.
but I think that Robinson kid's going to be a shock to Njoku. He's going to be like, whoa.
Okay, we'll see. A rookie against one of the best tight ends in the league.
I wouldn't
top,
say-
top
no.
10 tight end in the league, which is not hard to be a top 10.
No, it's after the top 4. It's just like, all right, who are we gonna throw in there next?
Yeah, it's just nice to say it. My tight end to stay away from is Cole Kmet. He's been a hot tight end. But
We've
that is-
liked him a lot. I think this is his first time on the worst matchup list. And
I
he's,
might have had him there earlier.
well, okay. We've had him on the best matchup list multiple times.
You've
Yeah.
had him multiple.
I love him. And every time it's flourished. Every
Yeah.
time he found the
Yeah.
end zone.
You were not wrong.
But today he's got Nathan Peterman at quarterback, who is
And it,
god fucking awful. Kmet could have somewhat of a quiet day with very, very below average QB play. That's the guy I would stay away from. Cole Kmet. John, finish it off with your tight end that you would sit today.
I got Dalton Schultz.
Whoa.
I've had him on here before, and I think last time he had a decent game.
Yeah.
But he has been wildly inconsistent this year.
It is either he is a 30-point guy with two or three touchdowns and 60, 70 yards, or he is one catch, 15 yards, and that's it.
So the inconsistency, like he had 15 points last week, so I'm banking on him not going double digits back-to-back weeks because he hasn't done that at all this year. And honestly, I expect under 5.
Whoa.
Because I think, that's 50 yards. It's less than 50 yards, so it makes sense. But like you said, CD's probably going to get the bulk of the targets. I think Noah Brown is back.
So they're fully healthy.
So, and you have Pollard and Zeke who can both catch out of the backfield, and I think they're just going to try and pound it down Washington's throats today.
Which they could very well do. And with that, that is our best and worst matchups of the day. Let's kick it off with our best daily fantasy player of the day. Steyer, do you have one?
Yeah, I got Chargers receiver Jesse Palmer.
Oh,
he's 5,900, and he is 98 yards from a $500,000 incentive.
There we go.
So I think that's another situation where I almost like an over 100-yard prop for him today because they're not gonna really want to force feed Keenan and Mike Williams as fragile as their asses are. You know what I mean? They're already locked in.
Shots off of them.
They're already locked into the playoffs. I think the same thing with Eckler. I could see a lot of what's the backup, Spiller?
Spiller, but I believe the other guy is back too. I can't think.
I see a lot of Isaiah Spiller back there today. Getting
Joshua Kelly,
I think he's back as well.
So that Joshua Kelly's more of the in between the tackle guy, and Spiller's kind of takes that receiving.
He's a scat back.
He's Eckler, JV Eckler, like
JV Eckler. I love it. My daily fantasy player of the day, Packers receiver Romeo Doubs. He is their young slot receiver. He is learning from Randall Cobb. I think this is a day where he steps out, has himself a nice 40, 50 yards and a touchdown, gets you that point to the flex for super cheap at only $5,600. Romeo Doubs is my guy of the day today. I love him as my flex in daily fantasy. John?
I got Richie James Jr.
Oh,
he's been coming on.
Where are you going to find the number 1 receiver for under 6,000?
Yes,
it's true.
You're not going to, and this has been Danny Dimes' guy for the last month, and he
had 2 last week.
He had 2 last week.
Yeah, 2 tugs last week.
Like, he has been absolutely balling out.
And they're another situation there is they're not going to force feed Saquon whatsoever because they are already locked in, certified as the 6th seed in the playoffs. They're not budging. They're not going down or up. So they
got to keep him healthy.
Yeah, that's their hope.
So I feel like he could be a good one. I think he could be a really good start this week for a cheap price. And it's for $5,900. Like, absolutely. I'll take a team's number 1 receiver and gamble on it.
And I got a little side note here. For some reason, Miles Sanders is only 6,700 this week, and a lot of people think that the Eagles may let off the gas a little bit. I think because but they're still playing for a 1 seed. I don't understand why he's 6,700. I truly don't. He's been 8,000 all year.
Mm-hmm.
And even if they do let off the gas, he's still going to be the one they go to for most of the touches. You know what I mean? So
I think it's mostly the matchup. The matchup is not great
against the Giants. That's fair.
Yep.
To where they think that they're gonna throw the shit ton out of the ball, so it's smart. Plus, if he gets hurt, I'm sorry, but they're Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's key to that offense humming for sure.
He's gonna be gone after this year. I think he's gonna be a free agent.
Who? Miles Sanders?
I
do not know.
This is year 4, so yeah.
But they could pick up his 5th-year option.
No, 2nd round pick. There is no 5th-year option.
Yeah.
And
I didn't realize that.
I actually told Ryan Spilewski about this. I was like, what are the chances they take Bijan Robinson with the Saints pick?
That's the crazy thing about this
terrifying.
draft that's coming up is that
there's some good teams with good picks.
Yeah. Bro. the Eagles could find themselves with a top 7 pick now.
Saints have to lose and some other stuff has to happen. I think they're sitting at 11 or 12 right now, but that's perfect spot for Robinson.
Bijan,
And if you add him to that offense,
scary. Because that guy could be the next Saquon Barkley.
Yes,
he's the next Peterson.
Yeah, it's fucking terrifying with that guy.
That
was a big statement.
That's big.
That was a very big statement.
And the reason I say that,
that's big.
In my personal opinion, we had Zeke, we had Barkley, but this is the best running back coming out of college since Peterson.
Holy fuck. Okay. I wasn't that high on him.
All right, so the reason I say that is if he would have came out as a freshman, he would have been a 2nd round pick without a doubt.
Yeah, that is true.
So the hype was already there after his
he just
freshman
had
year.
terrible fucking quarterback play. So pretty much a couple games this year. Quinn Ewers kind of shit the bed a couple games. Mm-hmm. But Bijan, I was high on him. Not that high, but that makes me want to look into it now.
I am sky high on him.
I cannot wait. Draft time is my favorite time of the year.
Mine too.
It's not my favorite. I like seeing the games play out more.
Well, yeah,
but
obviously. Taking that part out
it's my favorite part of the offseason.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you guys know I do dynasty leagues, so these rookie drafts, like you have to pay attention to the combine, to this like end of the season, the West, the East West.
Yeah, John gets his Mel Kiper on.
I absolutely do, and I do like these mock drafts and all that stuff, and like that's my time to shine. And I absolutely love this kid. Like he is undoubtedly the 1-1 in rookie drafts, and like after that, it's whoever you want to, because the gold is at 1, and that's it.
Okay. Good deal. Let's get into our pick standings.
Let's do it. So last week I went 8-7, brought me to 132, 116-4. Joey went 9-6, got a game back on me. He's up to 129, 119-4. So we got a 3-game gap there, and anything can happen, man. Anything can happen. We're running this through the Super Bowl, so 3 games. There's a lot more than 3 games left. And that will be for, as we stated before, for the championship belt, baby. For the belt. For the champion shirt, D-Money and John, they were competing for who has more wins. D-Money Dalton went 9-6 last week, 9-6. He chipped back 2 games. He's 70, 62-1 now. And John went 7-8 last week. He's fallen off his heater a little bit.
It's been a rough like 2 or 3 weeks. But.
So he's sitting at 72 wins now. So just a 2-game gap there for the champ shirt, man. And single week win record still holds to Jon Sherman with a 13-win week.
Yes, sir. So let's get into our week 18 picks. All lines, totals, and spreads are brought to you by Betfred Sportsbook, guys. If you aren't signed up yet, what the hell are you doing? What the hell?
I mean, you know you're gonna. If you're listening to the show, you know you're interested in dibbling a few bucks into some games.
Yep.
So we got the app for you to do it on.
Yep. Go use our QR code up in the corner. I forget which corner it's in. It's in one of these corners. Or go to our social medias. It's in the link to all of our social medias as well, too.
QR codes everywhere.
Sign up with the link. Use the QR code. You don't need a promotion code because the link just does it all for you.
Yep.
And like Sarah said, you're going to be dibbling. You might as well use the app that sponsors us. They're great people.
The daily boosts are incredible, man. They moved the Bengals money line up from, I think it was like minus 270.
Minus 470.
Minus 470, I stand corrected. And they bumped it up to plus 100, man. They're just doing the greatest personalizing it.
It's a max $100 bet.
Yeah, you can put up
double your money.
Double your money just on the Bengals winning today.
Money line. No spread,
quick 200,
money
man.
line.
Quick 200.
Yep, nobody's doing it like them. Betfred provides the most personalized betting experience on the market. From in-person events like we did last weekend at the Viaduct, like we're doing today at B-Dubs.
Get your asses there.
Yes. And we'll do like watch parties, betting competitions. As a player for them, you will also receive weekly promotions that will fit your betting size, whether you're a big unit player where $1,000 a unit, or you're a small unit player where maybe a unit's $10. You just want to sprinkle $10-15 in a game to make it exciting, get you invest in the game. Either way's fine. It all works. It all plays, but they will give you the promotions that fit your betting size, so you're not getting these huge promotion offers where that doesn't really matter to you, or if you're a big-time player, you're not getting these little ones that really don't mean anything to you. So get in touch with us. Get signed up.
And another thing is for the guys that are signed up, guys and gals that are signed up already, send us in your winning tickets. Let us post your winning tickets and show you some love. Get you some hype, man.
Yeah.
Send your winning tickets into us via message, via post on our Facebook wall for all I care. Send Instagram DMs. Yeah, send us in your winning tickets.
Yes.
Preferably Betfred app ones only.
Yep, and it doesn't have to be for just football too. You saw my soccer
Any sport, man. Any
my
sport.
soccer one on Friday.
I got some open golf bets ready that are going to get decided
how's
today.
my Morikawa pick?
Morikawa looks all right. Morikawa looks all right. I really hope you sprinkle something on it.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Golf betting's electric, by the way.
I
was live betting hole by hole.
So much fun, bro.
Are they going to tie this hole? Who's going to win this hole? Who's going to tie?
Afternoon.
Is this guy going to par this hole or worse? Like, dude, to pick somebody to hit a bogey on a hole is like every time it's like plus 1,000. Like 10 to win 100.
Granted, it doesn't happen much, but
no,
still.
but come on, dude. You could do it 3 times and you make $100. You lost 30. Like, come on.
Yeah. Yes. Or if you get a long par 5 or a par 4, especially like the Century Tournament.
Yeah.
There's a reachable.
Did you watch any of it? Get eyes on it. The views were beautiful, bro.
The 14th hole is like a 280-yard par 4 that dudes have been driving the green.
He's driving the green. It's been like an eagle potential hole for sure.
So the birdie or better obviously is a little tough, but some of the guys are falling off and parring that hole and stuff. So
and that's where the odds go.
keep your eyes on that. Make sure you also go and look at what holes come up so you're not just randomly betting.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, and you can find, obviously, if you're into that stuff, you can go and look up what hole's coming up, what the hole structure looks like, stuff like that.
Do your research before you blow your money. That's for sure.
Exactly. You want to get to our Week 18 ad read?
Yeah, our Week 18 game slate is brought to you by the Jersey Guy 419. Follow my Instagram account, message if you need any jerseys, any wants and needs. I can do customs, NFL, college, base, any sport, whatever you need. Kids' jerseys are a little cheaper. I can do them as well. Just message me with anything you want. It's all stitched and name branded the way you want them. So
let's get into it. We had 2 games yesterday.
We had 2 games yesterday. We had the Raiders and we had the Chiefs, and I took the Raiders to cover. That did not go smooth, but when it came down to it, I actually did have real money on the Chiefs. So I'm not pissed about it. Lost the game here. We'll eat it. I had the under 2.
I'll say Joey's only 2 back now.
Yep, that's fine. That's fine. And then we all 4 lost to Jacksonville cover because they did not cover their 6 points. So
I still won though. Jacksonville's in the playoffs, which is very good for the NFL. I love Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I just want to be.
It's really crazy the slide that Tennessee had to end the season.
Absolutely.
Well,
it's
I
just
mean, they lost a lot of guys.
Tannehill hurts.
They said on the air last night they had like 29 guys on IR.
Yeah.
Insanity.
Like they had the record last year for the most guys ever on their active roster, and they broke that record this year.
Yeah.
In a non-COVID year, with all those guys. Like that's terrible. I mean, what do you expect Vrabes to do? I mean, there's nothing else.
Yeah, I don't put it all on him, but like that team just like it wasn't just like the quarterback position or anything. It was across the board. The team fell apart. Even Henry just was not doing Derrick Henry things.
Yep.
Let's get into our today's 1:00 games here. We got the first one. We got the Falcons against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and
I may switch it up. Is Tom gonna play? I think I'm on Atlanta here. I'm switching up. I think I'm on Atlanta here just because I don't think Tom's gonna play.
That's where I'm stuck at too.
I don't think Tom's gonna play. I'd rather just stick with Atlanta where I know who's playing and who's
do it to
what.
me. Do it with me. Yep.
Just you never know what's going on.
Yep. John, who you got?
I'm looking up to see if Tom's playing.
Dalton did it too.
Tom not playing is a big question because they don't need to play. They can't really move.
Right.
They're close to the 4 seed.
It's kind of like the same situation that the Giants are in.
Yeah, they're stuck at the 4 seed. They can't go up because the NFC's loaded up at the top. So they're stuck at the 4 seed. They're probably going to play the Cowboys or the Eagles.
Oh, they're going to get smashed.
Yeah.
I think if they play the Cowboys, they got a chance. Tom's great against the Cowboys.
Yeah, and the Cowboys don't know how to win in the postseason.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that is going to be a Tampa Bay.
No. Mike McCarthy shits the bed.
And it's going to be in Tampa Bay too. Yeah, that's going to be a Tampa Bay money line game.
I think you're right.
Man, I don't know. I don't know if Atlanta can cover.
Playoff Lenny. Playoff Lenny is about to go crazy. Playoff Lenny.
I also see what you're saying with 4 points.
4 points, like that's.
This might be a teaser play where you get Atlanta -2.5.
Yeah,
+2. Yeah, +2.
Atlanta.
It'd be Atlanta +2.
You can tease it, but you can also adjust the line. And get a -2.5.
God, and it's in Atlanta too, right?
Yep, in Atlanta.
Did Algier hit 1,000 last week?
I think he's creeping up on it.
Give me Atlanta. Like that. Like the line is tough, but
it's a tough line. For
Clean
sure.
slate.
Next one, we got the Bills. We got the Patriots. The Bills are up to 8-point favorites here. I know they're probably. I'm still taking a Buffalo cover here. Do it for DeMar, baby.
Yeah.
Do it for Pittsburgh.
For 3.
Do it for Pittsburgh. You know DeMar went to the University of Pittsburgh, so it has to happen.
How you just correlate the University of Pittsburgh and the Steelers? Somehow it's just fucking
meshes together.
Ridiculous.
Meshes together.
I get it; they're from the same city, use the same facilities, but
that's it.
I don't know what that has to do with one another.
The mojo. Okay. The mojo.
I'm on Buffalo as well.
Dude, whatever it takes for me to believe today, I am doing it. Okay, whatever it takes.
John,
one word: motivation.
That
team is going to be motivated to go out there.
They could score.
That's a much better way to put what I meant when I said for DeMar Hamlin. That's a much better way to put it because that's what I meant.
And even the players have come out and said like, "This one's for him.
This one's for 3, baby."
Like that. That's why I think you see Allen in there till at least the third quarter, and they're still going to be chucking even up by 20+.
Yeah, this could get ugly.
Sorry, Bill Belichick.
But also to see Belichick potentially eliminated from the playoffs. Yes,
crazy. That's scary.
Yes, please.
It's going to be a sight I really want to see.
All right, let's get into the next game.
Bears.
Bears, Vikings. Vikings -7.
Nathan Peterman's playing for the Bears. That's all you need to know.
It's Minnesota all day. 1 p.m. Kirk, baby. Minnesota?
Yeah, not even hesitating.
Yeah, I don't think there's a debate against that one.
Because they're chucking too, because Jefferson is that close to the NFL record. Which honestly, watch him go off for 250 and get 2,000.
I'm telling you.
That could be a thing.
I'm telling you, first ever
Could be a
2,000
thing.
receiver. Next game, we got the Bengals and we got the Ravens. Bengals are up to 9.5-point favorites here. It's a lot of points, but I just think they are going to come out. The way they came out Monday night, spicy
They were
and
hot, bro.
They were gonna. I got the sense they're gonna roll Buffalo.
Yeah.
I seriously got the sense in that game they were
The
gonna roll
defense
Buffalo.
stood tough at the
Yes.
end.
And
Got the stop.
I mean, you're 9 minutes into the game. You don't know technically like at all,
Yeah.
but it just the vibe of the start of that game. That offense was humming, and I think they're going to carry that into today. Yeah, give me the Bengals.
9.5 points is a lot,
Hey,
but I don't know who's playing quarterback for the Ravens. Yeah, I'm sticking on Cincinnati.
Why is Zach Taylor wearing raven-colored hoodie though? That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Hey,
Those are nice though. Those
Steyer,
are
I'll
nice
ask you
hoodies.
this. I'm taking the over-under. 9.5.
Probably under.
But
Divisional game, 9.5 spread. That
That's a lot of
screams
points.
under. That screams under
Yeah.
to me.
I like Cincinnati. Joe Burrow is like 12 pass attempts away from qualifying for the all-time completion percentage record in a single season.
And he would beat it with 12.
Yeah, all he needs is 12. I think it can honestly be 12 incompletions as well.
Yeah.
And he'll still get it, which is crazy to think, but they're going to be pushing.
Yeah. No doubt about that.
Next one, we got a yucky game. We got the Colts versus the Texans. The Colts are 2.5-point favorites here, -120 money line. What do we think here?
Sam Ellinger at QB. I love Houston. It's Houston.
I like, honestly, Houston if Matt Ryan was starting.
Yeah, it's Houston.
Like, they shit the bed last week hard on me. I think I was the only person who picked them. But, like, Lovie Smith has these guys playing. Like,
Yeah, they're playing.
No, I
outside of
forgot.
last
It's
week.
all about the one pick here. The Colts definitely. Because if the Texans win, they're out of contention of the one pick. If the Bears lose, the Texans lose. Or if the Bears win and the Texans lose, Texans now have the one pick. I'm going Colts here for that reason.
So you're saying the Bears are going to beat the Vikings?
Wait,
Not
no,
saying that's gonna.
No, if the Texans lose, they get it no matter what. Doesn't matter what happens with the Bears game. 'Cause
Or
they have the
that's
time.
yes, you're right.
So
you're right.
what's
you're
crazy,
right.
though,
You're
is
right.
say that
But if the
Tit-
Texans win and the Bears lose, then the Bears get it. That's where.
which is crazy
I got
because
twisted up.
The Steelers would have the 32nd pick in the draft.
Yeah, because there's only 31 first round picks because the Dolphins had to
lost the
give
pick.
for tampering. They lost the pick. So yeah, we'll literally have a second first round pick if the Bears were to get the number one pick because of the Chase Claypool trade.
Well, it would be the
But
second.
32nd pick
There's
is the
no
first
fifth
round pick.
option. That's the only-
Lamar Jackson went as the 32nd pick. Lamar Jackson's a first rounder. Don't switch
New
up on him.
quarterback?
No, we were fine with 8. Ocho's the guy. You saw Mike Tomlin. I'll mouth it for the camera. You saw that clip.
Oh, yeah, I saw
That was so got the blood going.
Alrighty, let's move on. Next game, Dolphins, Jets. Miami's 3.5-point favorites. I was on Miami if
Say it
Teddy
with me, baby.
Bridgewater was
Say it
playing.
with me, baby.
I am now on the Jets.
Jets. Jets. Let's go.
I don't want the Jets to win, but I want
do.
them to cover. So it is Jets here. No Teddy Bridgewater. Skylar Thompson stinks. Give me the Jets.
Yeah, fly Jets, fly, baby.
Jets just have to lose by 3.
Yeah.
And
Jets
they
just
still
have
cover,
to
but
win.
They're gonna win.
Jets
Like-
just have to win, John.
Like Joe Flacco, like I love him in this kind of situation. It's,
Me too, for real.
it's one of those like
Send him down to Florida in some warm weather. Bones aren't brittle.
I think can the Jets still get in?
No.
Or are they officially eliminated?
I think
They
they're
got
out.
eliminated last week. They
Okay.
got eliminated last week. Yep.
Yeah, so they're gonna play with absolutely no care
Yeah,
in
they
the world
don't give no fucks.
other than ruining a division rival season.
Yes. Very true. So you're on the Jets?
I am on the Jets.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Let's get on our next game.
Next game, we got the Saints and we got the Panthers. Saints -3.5. I am switching to the Panthers here. I see, yeah, I just 3.5 is too many for a shitty Saints team.
Yeah.
The Saints have been playing well of late, though.
Yeah, so have the Panthers, though. I think Sammy D's been playing pretty good.
They're playing hard for coach.
Well,
man.
they Panthers played good in the first half last week,
Yes.
and then suddenly Mike Evans is deep every time. Oh, we got to cover that.
Yes. Good thing the Saints do not have anybody like that. They don't have a quarterback like that to get the ball there, is what I should say. Because Chris Olave is that guy, but they don't have a quarterback to get the ball there. That's a pretty easy pick. Are you in Carolina then, John?
It's a clean sweep. I love Carolina. Like, it's kind of like that team I root for in the NFC, just because like I like how they're building it. Like if you look at like their last like 3 or 4 drafts, they're rebuilding for the long haul. Like, so the guys they have brought in, well, not so much who they've traded for because it's been shit quarterback after shit quarterback, but like how they are building it like through the draft is great. So it's kind of that like one feel good team in the NFC that I really like. But yeah, Carolina. I think Carolina just outright wins this game.
Okay. Now we
Next
got our
one.
Now we got our game.
It's the
game.
one. The
The
one.
game.
We got the Steelers. We got the Browns. We got the Steelers favored by 2.5 points here. I don't even have
Browns
to say
all
a
day.
goddamn word. You know where my money's
Browns
at
all
today.
day.
I'm all over. I put all my free play money bets on my 111 free play from Betfred. Every single dime of it's on a Steelers parlayed with an under 40.5. I can't wait for that bitch to hit. Woo, let's go.
I don't know if I like the under.
I
don't
love the under
I don't
here.
know
What do you mean?
I don't know what I get out of these. I don't know how I feel about it. It's just
This is under City. This is under City.
it's.
Oh
it's-
no!
John, what do you think about this game?
Yeah, I'm not making the same mistake 2 weeks in a row on the show.
Can't wait to see you cry in person today. B-Dubs, come join us so you can
I'm
see
not
it
gonna
too.
cry.
Baby.
My team, like our
Yeah.
season's already
If
done.
we lose, I'm crying. If you lose, you're just gonna be like, whatever.
Our season's already done.
So, question:
Answer.
if Steelers end up winning today, extending the wins, the non-losing seasons, it's gonna pull Tomlin ahead of Schottenheimer, start a career, solidify his Hall of Fame status.
Oh yeah,
Tomlin's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
Tomlin's a Hall of Famer.
It's crazy. You look at since '69. So what is that?
3 Hall of Fame coach.
Like-
Which is Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin.
Last 54 seasons, 3 coaches.
Yeah, we know. Trust me, I know.
Like it's, and a big part of that is the franchise
Culture.
It's the ownership.
Rooney's.
Yes,
But
trust
like,
me. I
Rooney's
know.
are legendary.
but I think it was after their 2-6 start, they were like a 0.1% chance to make the playoffs.
And here
And
we
they
are,
knocking
baby.
on the door right
It
now.
is the luckiest franchise in the league. They have everything falling their way. Until
Lucky
today,
or greatest culture in the league.
everything's gonna fall right their way till about this game starts. The Browns are gonna upset them.
Oh.
I just have to keep telling myself that. To
Yeah,
keep
you might
my-
want
to keep my
Oh,
mind in the
and
game.
Greg was saying before the show, Chubb's about 140 yards behind Jacobs for the
Yes.
rushing title.
Yep.
So like that's an interesting one to watch to see how
Yeah.
much he gets.
Kevin won't give him the ball. Kevin's too fucking stupid to give Chubb the ball. So I've already given that up. It's gonna be 3rd and 2. We're gonna come out and fucking empty. I already know
Oh,
what's
it's gonna be
happen.
5 wide.
It's gonna be fucking something stupid, and I'm already.
I'm just glad I don't
That
have to
just fucking annoyed me about the fucking game already.
I'm just glad I don't have to watch Jacoby Brissett gut us with fucking QB sneaks.
Yeah. Well, he still might come in and do them, but I don't fuck.
That week 3 matchup, that was the biggest pain in the butt. Like, let's get into the 4 p.m.ers though. We got the first one. We got the Niners and the Cards. Niners minus 14 in this one. I still think they cover.
Yep.
No problem. Cardinals are a shit show.
They stink. They fucking stink.
John, he's thinking too hard.
No, I'm not. It's Niners all
Okay,
day. Like
okay.
with obviously how they have the game set up, Eagles are playing at 4 as well. Like the Niners have a chance at that number 1 seed.
Yeah.
So if they win and the Eagles lose, they get it. So like they are going to be just putting points on the board left and right in this game, I believe.
Yep.
And that 14 is not a big enough spread to scare me away.
No, especially with how bad the Niners defense played last week. This defense is going
it's
to be
redemption week. for
Yeah,
that
this
defense.
defense is going to tee the fuck off.
Add in the fact that there is no Hopkins, there is no Connor. Like, who the hell is getting the ball in Arizona?
This is going to be an ugly game.
Marquise Brown? Yeah.
He fucking stinks.
He's not good. Like,
He
he's gone.
Stinks.
And I was joking about this earlier in the week, too. I was like, how funny would it be if he went back to Baltimore? He's a free agent after this year. There was no extension. Like, imagine the Ravens getting a first-round pick for him and then getting him back the following season.
I mean, why? I mean, if I'm Marquise Brown, why I wouldn't want to go back there anyway.
Brown
because-
was good there, though.
Was he though, or was he just the only option? So that's the only guy they threw to.
They had Andrews, and he still put up numbers, but he's one of those guys that just can't stay healthy.
Yeah, he fucking stinks. Our next game though,
Mm-hmm.
Seahawks Rams.
This
Seahawks -6.
So this one, if you're following the Betfred boost, this one's interesting. So it's still alive. I have a little $5 stake on it, just a little, just a little sprinkle. It was a Patrick Mahomes under 325 that hit comfortably. Zay Jones under 58.5 receiving yards. That hit comfortably. The only leg left for this thing to hit is Rams +6 today. That was a boost they gave out yesterday. So for this thing to hit, I think I have to go Rams cover. I can't. Give me Seattle. It's just a little sprinkle. If it hits, I'll hit this. I'll take the L and win the 40 and be happy. But I think Seattle's got playoff stakes on the line. I can't do it.
I need to hear your thing, John, because I am torn both ways on this game.
This one's tough.
That's a lot of points for a team that's been
A
struggling.
lot of points in a divisional game. Both teams.
Rams have been every other week, and they weren't good last week, right?
Rams.
But Seattle's not like they're just,
Gino's playing for his future today. That's where it put me. That's what sold me is like if he wants any further career.
Gino's getting re-signed. I don't think there's much doubt about that. I think he stays. If he's smart, he stays put because it works there.
Seattle's not scared to let people go, man.
No, but Gino works within that system, and it showed. Like he has been a much better option this year.
Their defense just fucking stinks.
Yeah, and they should get it fixed eventually, maybe. I mean, the biggest piece is there, in my opinion, in Woolen. Like, you get that lockdown corner, like,
Yeah.
and they didn't even have to invest highly in them. That's the crazy part.
7th round, 6th, 5th.
Seattle nails those 5th-round picks because they got Richard Sherman in the 5th round, Cam Chancellor in the 5th round. Like, they nail those 5th-round picks when it comes to
Wow, that's wild.
Jesus
That's
Christ,
wild.
That's some fucking stats right there. Jesus Christ. All right, so you are on the
give me the Rams getting 6. I think it goes
divisional
back.
game. It's too close.
It's the divisional game, but you go back to Akers being able to run the ball. They are going to try and control that clock.
Love it.
And Mayfield will probably make enough plays to keep them in the game, if not just outright win that game.
Yep. I love it.
Next one, we got the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Philadelphia minus 16 points.
2 touchdowns.
16 points. Give me the Giants. Easy.
Yeah, Giants.
Easy.
Too many points for a divisional game like this.
Yes.
But the thing I can see is a 35.
It's Gardner Minshew, probably, isn't it?
No, Jalen
Hurts is back.
Still, even with that, at 16.
I could see a 35-10 game though.
Yeah, so this is my thought process on it. Giants can't move up or down, right? They're locked in.
I want Philly.
They can't win.
Philly's playing for a 1 seed.
Philly's playing for a 1 seed.
I want Philly.
They're probably going to sit Jones, especially if it starts getting out of hand.
Yeah, I want Philly.
I can't do it with 16. I'm sticking still with the Giants, man.
Like, this game, this screams Philly blowout, but I feel like they had, that with the way the game played out last time, the Giants are going to be ready. They're going to be better prepared.
Yeah, I just don't know if the Giants are playing for anything, though, whereas the Eagles are. I just see a 35. I just see a 3-touchdown win here.
I could easily see a 21-10. Philly let off the gas towards the end, run the clock out.
Like a 31-20 kind of game. It's
I don't know if the Giants score that many points.
I think they could.
I don't know. I don't think they're going to play anybody. But you are on the...
Give me the Giants getting 16. It's just
too many.
It's too many points. Every single spread that big this year, 14, I think 14.5 and over. The dog is covered
most of the time.
Hungry dog runs faster.
Next one, we got the Denver Broncos, the LA Chargers. Denver Broncos are favored by 3 here because the Chargers are clinched into the playoffs. Another slot where they can't really move a whole lot. I still think the Denver Broncos are so bad that the Chargers cover this and probably win this. Chargers money line is a thought.
I don't know. John, tell me what you think. I'm on the Chargers right now, but I could be swayed if you give me some good stats.
Dude, fuck the Broncos. Give me the Chargers.
Okay, never mind. Chargers.
The most disappointing team just flat out this year has been the Broncos.
Chargers
Fair
resting
enough.
Starters if Bengals win. Oh, that is true. This is a late game where
I just said, the reason that the Denver Broncos are favored is because of that. Otherwise, it'd be Chargers by 6. The reason it's +3 is because for that reason. I still like the Chargers backups more than I like the Denver Broncos.
See, this is going to be a game that might get changed.
Yeah, this is definitely an
before,
up in there game.
And it might not get changed in the doc, but you guys might be getting a text saying change it.
Okay.
I think I'm holding
Or I'm
firm on the
changing.
Chargers here. I don't see Denver doing a whole lot.
As of right now, I'm taking the Chargers. But if they're resting guys for that game, like it's
Joshua Kelly alone could run wild.
Not against this defense.
Yes, this defense is not good anymore. Last 3-4 weeks, bro, 56 points to the Rams. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
That was one of those weeks that everything went right.
It's been the last 3 weeks. It's been the last 3 weeks they haven't looked good, the defense.
Well, it was against the Rams and against the Chiefs. The Rams game, that definitely plays something. But the Chiefs, understandable.
The Chiefs are the Chiefs. That is purely the best offense.
I played fucking ring around the rosy and then lined up in a play and scored.
I know, it's crazy.
Stupid, bro.
I'm all over the Chargers. Ain't no one switching me here.
This one could change, but like as of now, I'm on the Chargers.
Okay.
Next one, we got the Commies, the Washington Commanders against the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas -7, number 1 seed at stake, rookie quarterback. I don't know why I have Washington in here right now because I am all over Dallas.
Yeah, I like Dallas here.
It's Major Tutty, man. It's got you sold.
It's that fucking pig that sold you the fucking mascot.
Yeah,
I love it.
I do like that
be,
mascot.
That's got to be the. You like it?
No, Major Tutty's a cool mascot.
Oh.
It brings back the old. It brings back the old style Redskins fans where they all used to wear the pig noses.
It does, but
it's
I hate
old time feeling. I like
It
it.
freaking looks like Porky Pig out there.
It's
It
hilarious.
does.
It's hilariously cringe. That's why I like it.
Okay, that's a fair way to put it.
Like you look at what the Razorbacks have. Like, give me something with like that just looks nasty. That's just gonna
Yes.
punish you. Not freaking Porky Pig saying that's all.
Let's
folks.
make you some fucking bacon, you motherfucker. All right, John, what you got? Dallas Commanders?
I love Sam Howell.
I do not. Not in this game. Maybe in another world, but not this game.
Yeah,
not this
but
week.
not in this game. Like, give me that.
Not in this situation.
Not with Michael
Give me
Parsons
Dallas
on the other
like,
side.
because Dallas is not only playing for the division, but like you guys said,
Number one
the
seed.
number 1 seed, and so if they need to come out and just blow the doors off, and they're gonna have an idea where they're not really because everybody else is playing at 4, or no, yeah. So like I feel like they're gonna be watching, they're gonna be scoreboard watching throughout like this, but look at them to light up the scoreboard.
Yeah.
I don't think they let their foot off the gas till late in this game.
I feel that. All right, let's get into our Week 18 Mortal Locks.
We skipped Sunday night.
Oh,
football.
Sunday Night Football, which is my Mortal Lock. But let's get into it. Packers, Lions. Packers -4.5 at Lambeau. Aaron Rodgers to get in the playoffs.
Give me
Green Bay all day.
cheeseheads.
Every day and Sunday, wherever the fuck how the saying goes. Green Bay, Green Bay. John, what you think? I think this one's a pretty easy bet. Don't overthink this one.
I'm not, but the Lions are 5-1 against the spread against Green Bay in the last 6.
Yeah, but how many of those were to get into the playoffs?
0.
How many of those were in Lambeau to get into the playoffs?
Goff isn't even. Well, Goff's last road game was really good.
Goff sucks in the cold, dude.
He does.
He's a soft ass fucking.
It's Green
West
Bay.
Coast.
Their whole season rides on this shit. It's Green Bay.
Give me the Packers.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that was the one you're gonna kick yourself for thinking about it for that long.
Yeah.
All right,
Now.
Hey, granted, last time these two teams played, everybody was on Green Bay to smoke the Lions, and the Lions just beat
That was in their
asses.
early season little run.
No, that was like middle season. That was
Week 8, Week 9, earlier in the season, nonetheless. And it was Detroit's always good for one good game against Green Bay and getting shellacked.
and
in the
Green Bay
other.
also had 3 turnovers inside the 5.
Inside the
yeah.
5.
Oh, I know, but like if you go back and look at like the last 3 or 4 years, Detroit has held their own and then some against Green Bay.
For one game, and they get blown
no.
out one. It usually goes that way.
It is Green Bay here, John. Do you want Detroit?
No, I'm taking Green
It
Bay.
seems like he's trying to talk himself
he's
into it.
trying to
huh?
talk
I'm trying to
himself
talk
into
myself out of it, but no, just give me Green Bay. I think it's one of those like safer picks.
Aaron Jones goes nuts today, too.
Yep. All right. Week 18 Mortal Locks. I just hinted at it. My Mortal Lock of the weekend is Green Bay -4.5 tonight. It is the easiest pick of the day. It is as near as our guy from US Gambler, Jason, does not call them locks. This is as close as it gets to a lock. As close as it gets to a lock. Green Bay -4.5. I love it.
Oh, mine's no secret in itself. It's the
Browns plus 2.5.
Pittsburgh Steelers -2.5 today against the shit clowns. I don't see a way that the Steelers lose this game. It's a big motivation factor for it to keep. This team doesn't want to be the one hiccup in Tomlin's resume that didn't go 500. They lose today, they're under 500. It's a big talk in that locker room that they don't want to be that squad. How embarrassing would that be? 17 years in the...
I don't think it's embarrassing.
Definitely. The first team, the only team, the one little asterisk on his resume, and you're a part of that. You don't want to be that, and they're not going to be that today. Lock it in. Steelers -2.5. Come watch it with us at B-Dubs.
There is no asterisks in his resume at all, even with the losing season. Everybody has him. Everybody.
I'm just saying it's a motivational factor in the locker room today.
I fully believe
got
that.
Schittsburg -2.5. Dalton's on San Francisco -14. John, what's your lock of the day?
Man, this is tough.
It is some very tough games.
Jesus. All right, here's one. Texans and Colts under.
Oh, I don't think we've had an over-under. I like that one.
I have not done one all year either, but it's at 37.5. I don't. Neither team puts up. I don't think either team.
Don't ever do that again. You do it gross.
I don't think either team puts up 20 points today.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
That's
probably the safest bet on.
I wanted to take the Browns Steelers under.
I like that too.
But at the same
Parlay
time,
them together and get double whammy paid.
No, I could see this thing turning into a track meet. Believe it or not.
You're goofy.
Whoa.
You're goofy.
See, that's what I'm saying because
Y'all are
they've
so
both
goofy.
been so hard under teams as of lately that it just, I don't know.
And I feel like it's just they're gonna let everything fly today, both teams.
Yeah.
Because the Browns can potentially ruin the Steelers season. You know,
Can
losing record,
either
all
team
that.
literally even let it fly?
Yeah.
I think the one team with number 4.
Deshaun hasn't shown me that he can let it fly yet, and Kenny's still coming into it. It's a game management type of offense.
Both teams have the athletes. There's no doubt about that.
That's true.
They
That's true.
They have the running backs that can break off long run after long run.
Well, Browns have 2, Steelers have 1. Not number 22. 22 is too slow to break one.
No, but he'll get 8 yards every.
He's like a moving
chunks.
fridge.
And these defenses have been wildly inconsistent. The Steelers has been better of late.
Yes, I will say that the Steelers defense has been better lately than it was at the beginning of the year.
But they are both vulnerable, especially to deep balls.
That is very true.
No, I think if the Browns do end up,
you're not going to hear anything negative out of him about Pittsburgh.
No, I'm about to right now. Let me talk. The only way the Browns do win today is nowhere near going through the air. I think it's a Nick Chubb show. I think he dominates. If the Browns were to win, it's a 150-yard, 2-touchdown game on Nick Chubb, and I just don't see a route where either team's airing it out today. I think it's all under for me.
Like it's one of those over-unders like I want to touch, but like
40.
I don't know which way.
We
to
haven't
go.
even seen a Pittsburgh over/under touch 40 in like 3 weeks, and they've all been hitting under at like 37 and 38. You know what I mean? And Cleveland's not far off either. That Baltimore-Cleveland game, you know, these are under teams.
It is under teams. I will give you that. Greggy, do you have a lock for today? Put you on the spot.
Ooh, yeah.
I sense what he's about to do.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Browns. I love the Browns. Last game of the season, you got it right, man.
Last time watching them.
Mm-hmm.
You guys got anything else today?
Come see us today.
Get your asses to B-Dubs.
Come see us.
Get your asses to B-Dubs. We're going to be there, probably like 11:30, 12, somewhere around there. We'll probably be there a little close to an hour before kickoff. That way we can sit there, hang out, get our bets in, probably eat some food, and then be primed and ready to go. Probably slam some beers because I'll probably need it before this game. And then we'll be primed and ready to go for this game because it's going to be it's a long day. There's a lot of fucking 1 o'clock games.
A lot of things will be figured out between the hours of
right?
The hours of 1 and 8 o'clock today will tell a lot.
Yep.
What's going to be happening these next few weeks? Yeah.
But besides that, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and share in this video. Also, go follow us on Instagram at @theover.underpod, our Facebook page /underpod. Podcast, our Facebook page is /underpodcast, and our new Twitter at @the_underpod 6 for 6. Last 6 times I've done that. I fucked up the first 4 times. That way you can see all our plays, what we're doing, where we're at, what the situation is. That's a way to stay in contact with us.
Yeah.
And also, like Steyer said earlier, send us your winnings. Send us your winning slips and you will get posted and tagged in our story on our page. Post them on our Facebook wall. Post them on your Instagram story and tag us. Do whatever you want to do with them. Just let us know that you are winning bets. Whether you're riding us, whether you're fading us, we don't care.
Right.
Just win some money, and we will shout you out. So that's all you got to do.
I'm not even going to be shy if you do ride one of our picks and it loses. Let us hear about it.
Tell us.
We'll read your comment. We'll read you. Like, we're not too sensitive here. We bash each other more than anyone, more than any of you guys will. So like, if you ride our pick and it loses, talk some shit. And we'll read your comments and have some fun with it.
Let us know. Kick us while we're down.
Or
we appreciate it.
If you ride our picks and win, hype
better
us up.
fucking
Hype
tell
us
us,
up. Hype us up.
You better fucking tell us because we're winning you fucking money.
Yeah.
But besides that, guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come to B-Dubs today around 12 o'clock. We're going to be there probably between 11:30 and 12. Come hang out. They got great deals, great beer selection, all the TVs you can imagine with all the games on them. Besides that, catch us Wednesday night again. Oh, I forgot. Follow us, Heart of Ohio Sports on Spotify.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
follow, unfollow. That way you get all the wonderful podcasts on Heart of Ohio Sports, whether it's Mulling Over, The Pulse, Coach's Corner, Kill 'em with Kindness. Got them all that time, didn't I?
Cha-ching.
And our podcast. Almost forgot that one.
Don't miss the over-under.
Yep. And then catch us again Wednesday night, 8:30. We will be back talking about this week and getting ready for the playoffs, talking about the national championship games. It is going to be a great, great week. Good luck with your bets. You guys have a wonderful Sunday.
Let's win some money, guys.
Go Browns, baby.
Go Steelers.
Go Steelers.
Boo.
Had to get the last one in.
Boo. Nope, I'm the last one in. Go Browns.
Dog check.
Go Steelers.